guys, Emmanuel here. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be revealing exactly how you are going to make $10,000 plus reselling World Cup tickets in 2025 and 2026 using your phone and laptop. As you probably know, I'm a ticket reseller. I resell tickets to any event across the world, comedy shows, WWE, sports, UFC, concerts, comedy shows, anything across the world with demand and an audience. I buy and sell it using my laptop, phone from anywhere across the world. This business has provided me with complete financial freedom, traveling across the world, doing things I could never do as a kid, changing lives with it as well. It's a complete game changer, and the purpose of this channel is just to pass on the knowledge and help improve other lives with ticket reselling. And in this video, I'm going to be giving away one of the biggest events that's going to happen in 2026. Even though it's happening in 2026, you can make money from it right now. The World Cup. When you think of the World Cup, you think of emotions, families, get-togethers, football, your favorite football player, your favorite football team. But me, I also think about money, because a lot of money can be made with this tournament. It's the world's biggest sport tournament ever. It's bigger than NFL, NBA, anything. All of them combined, it can't bring in the numbers that the World Cup is going to bring in 2026. And when we're talking about eyes, audience, numbers, demand, that also means money, guys. And you know me, I buy tickets to anything. So the world's biggest sport tournament, of course I'm going to make money from that. And of course I'm going to make sure my members make money as well. So stay tuned, because I'm going to show you how you're going to make money from the World Cup, how I know the World Cup is going to be profitable, and the tools I use and tactics that I use to know about the World Cup in the first place. I'm also going to show you the best ways to sell World Cup tickets and how I'm going to buy the World Cup tickets. If you're a ticket reseller, new to ticket reselling, or you've been thinking about getting into the business, or you just want to see how people are making so much money with this business, then stay tuned, because this is one of the biggest money opportunities when it comes to ticket reselling. Chapter 1, what is ticket reselling? If you're new to the channel or this is your first time watching me, I'm just going to quickly explain what ticket reselling actually is, how it changed my life, and how it can actually change your life as well. So ticket reselling is simply buying and selling tickets for a living. It is what it sounds like. You're reselling tickets. But these tickets are not just any ordinary tickets. These tickets have been studied, analyzed, etc. to make sure that they're profitable. And what these tickets actually are, they're not any just ordinary ticket, they're event tickets. Concerts, WWE, UFC, comedy shows, any event across the world, Asia, Africa, Europe, UK, America, anywhere that has an audience and an event going on that's high in demand, you can buy and sell these tickets for a living and make a lot of money, because the supply is not enough to meet the demand, and that's what you capitalize on. Fans are desperate to go and see their favorite artist. Fans are emotionally tied to these artists, and they're willing to pay a higher markup price to go and see. So that's where we come in. That's how I make money off this. I've been doing this nearly 6 years now. I started this at around 16, and I made my first $10,000 with this. I made my first $100,000 with this, and it completely changed my life from being a kid that didn't have much, that was lost, tried a lot of hustles. I tried dropshipping, sneaker reselling, failed at all of them. I know a lot of guys watching this, a lot of people watching this have probably been in my same shoes. They've been lost, they've tried different hustles, they bought a course that didn't work. And yeah, you were lost. So I was there as well. So then I found ticket reselling. So ticket reselling completely changed my life. And it's quite simple, but there's more to it, of course. There's a lot of details and tactics that goes into it to make sure you're always buying high demand tickets, always making money consistently, and to scale with the business. So that's what ticket reselling actually is. Buying and selling event tickets for a living, and it's simple supply and demand dynamics. Chapter 2, the World Cup and why it's going to be so profitable. The World Cup is one of the biggest sporting tournaments in the world. I believe it is the biggest. It's bigger than NBA, Super Bowl, everything combined. It's huge. There's a lot of history, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of fans. Ticket sales in the last World Cup generated over $1 billion in revenue. That's the largest in FIFA history. That's absolutely insane. This is a whole $1 billion industry that we are just getting a piece of the pie from by ticket reselling these tickets. Every single match sold out in Qatar. As a ticket reseller, we're always aiming for high demand concerts, high demand events that are completely selling out. This is one of them. The matches sold out in minutes, and the ticket sales skyrocketed on online marketplaces like StubHub and Viagogo. I actually know a ticket reseller personally that made over $100,000 from the last World Cup. Absolutely insane. Like $100,000 just off one tournament. That's just crazy, guys. The resale prices of tickets in the last World Cup hit over $5,000 plus. Even the final tickets were selling for $10,000 plus for just one seat. Now, let's talk about the World Cup that's happening next year that me and you are going to make a lot of money from. The next World Cup is happening in 3 countries: USA, Canada, and Mexico. It's going to be the world's biggest tournament ever. Not just sports, any tournament that's ever happened, games, anything, this is going to be the biggest. So that means it's going to be bigger than the last World Cup that completely sold out, generated over $1 billion in revenue, that ticket resale prices were $5,000 plus. This is going to be bigger. FIFA expects around 6.5 million to 7 million spectators. That's physical fans that are going to go to these stadiums, buy the tickets and pay to attend. That's almost twice the number of the last World Cup. And there's going to be nearly double the amount of matches that happened last time. So that's 2 points right there. More games, more inventory, more opportunities for ticket resellers like me and you to buy tickets and resell it to fans that really want to go and see their favorite team, that want to go and attend the World Cup, that want to get the experience. You can literally run regional ticket reselling strategies, flipping Mexico games to Latin America fans, US games to global fans, etc. Another fact is when Argentina was in the final in the last World Cup, the tickets went from $750 to $5,000 plus, and some tickets even went to $10,000 plus on the resale market. That means resellers were making around $9,000 profit per ticket on World Cup tickets in the final last time. I don't think you understand how crazy these numbers are. I'm not going to do all that maths, but the ROI alone is unheard of. You can't get that ROI in any other business. Like, just wake up and realize how much money there is to be made with ticket reselling. You can't get this ROI with any other business. Why do the prices go up? Number one, emotion. Emotion is one of the biggest factors. People love their countries. They love their national players. They wear their shirts with pride. They go to the stadiums with pride. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. If your country reaches the final, you have to go and see them. You have to pay whatever prices you see. You have no other choice, you know, because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. When next are they going to reach the final? The next World Cup is going to happen, I believe, is every 4 years. So the next World Cup is going to happen in 4 years. It's not an event that happens every single year. So that's scarcity. That's another factor why people are willing to pay so much to go to these tournaments. It doesn't happen often. For example, when Morocco reached the semi-final in the last World Cup, Moroccan fans were paying crazy resale prices to go and see their country play, because they know it's very rare for their country to reach a semi-final. It's very rare for them to ever get to see this happen ever again in their lifetime. So they're so willing to spend all their savings, spend all their money on tickets. And that's where we come in. We're just allowing them to experience what they want to experience. You know, they're coming to us to buy the tickets and we sell it to them. Moroccan fans flooded the resale market and they were paying $2,000 to $5,000 plus just to go and see their country play in the semi-final. They didn't even win. Another reason why the World Cup is really profitable is because it's across borders. It's the World Cup is in the name, you know. It's not just an American event. It's not just a African event. Even if it's in America, English fans are going to spend thousands to go and to see England play. Mexican fans are going to pay a lot to see Mexico play. Brazilian fans are going to travel, sell out, get a hotel, spend money, buy a ticket to go and see Brazil play. French fans are going to go and see France play. It's a global market. There's football fans all across the world that are passionate, emotional, that are willing to spend so much to go and see that team play. You know, it's not just a certain demographic. This is something where you can make money from everyone across the world. And even though the event is happening in 2026, you can buy and sell these tickets now. And some buyers pay instantly because they know they're not going to get a chance to buy the tickets themselves. They know resellers like me know something that they don't. And they know they're going to have to pay resellers to go and see their country play. So that's where we come in. You know, they're willing to pay instantly. You can find these clients on social media, WhatsApp group chats. That I've shown WhatsApp group chats in the past where I get my students into these WhatsApp group and they can find clients and sell to clients directly and pay zero fees. And that's one of the ways you can find these clients that are willing to pay instantly. You can sell on StubHub. Listed might even be an option to sell these tickets on via GoGo, etc. You can sell these tickets on multiple platforms and find clients from all across the world. I remember in 2022, in the WhatsApp group I was in, people were selling tickets for like £8,000 plus. That's over $10,000. When I was looking at these numbers, it was insane. I was like, yeah, I made a bit of money off the World Cup, but not that much because I don't even know why. I just wasn't as experienced maybe because I was still kind of new into ticket reselling. But now I know everything and that's why I'm sharing you guys. I'm trying to wake you guys up to see how much you can make off the next World Cup. Right now, you can make money off it and you can also make tens of thousands in 2026. Even the Euros as well. People were making so much money off that in the WhatsApp groups. I made some money off that as well. A quick point is that selling in these WhatsApp groups is the best when it comes to World Cup tickets because you're going to get paid out instantly, zero fees, and you can find these clients and the clients are going to come back to you when they need more tickets. If they're going to a final that England's in, they might have bought 2 tickets in the past, but now their whole family wants to come. So who are they going to come to? They're going to come to the person they bought the 2 tickets off, which is you. So it's a good way to build a network, build a brand as a ticket reseller, be recognized and be vouched for as well. Because in the ticket reselling space, being vouched for is one of the biggest factors. You want to be trusted. You know, you don't want to go around scamming people, because that's one of the dumbest things a reseller can do. Because yeah, you're going to make money once off that scam, but nobody's ever going to come to you ever again. And you could have made hundreds of thousands. The scarcity of final tickets, guaranteed profit. Finals are gonna happen 100%. You just need to buy the tickets. You just need to be on time. You just need to know about when the tickets are being released. The final is already got a date, and the final's 100% gonna happen. You know, it's a final, it's a tournament. There's gonna be a final. The teams that are gonna play in that final, we don't know yet, of course, because the tournament hasn't started. But no matter who's playing, money is gonna be made, because final tickets are always scarce. It's very hard to get. You probably had to sign up a long time ago, and that's what we're gonna do. You probably don't know how to get them. They're 100% gonna be sold out. When Argentina won the World Cup, sold out in minutes, guys. You know, it was Messi in the World Cup. That World Cup was insane. The final was a really great game, but I'm talking about the money here. The money was insane. People were spending $10,000 plus to go and see the final. The 2022 final stadium had around 80,000 seats, and when the tickets released, 3 million people were in the queue. Guys, let me do the maths quickly. So that's 2,920,000 fans that didn't get tickets. What about those fans? 2.9 million fans that don't get tickets. What are they gonna do? They're willing to spend much more to go and see this final. That's 2.9 million fans that me and you can sell to. That's why I can give away this information, because there's more than enough fans for me and you to share. It's not just, I don't need to have all these fans. I can still make $10,000 off 10 fans, or even just one fan. So imagine how much you can make, how much all of us can make if we all just sell to these fans that have no other option but to buy from resellers like me and you. They can't buy it anymore. It's sold out. You know, 80,000 fans got their tickets. Those 80,000 people, some are fans, some are resellers, and 2.9 million people didn't get the tickets. You know, it just shows how much demand is going to be. And finals are is usually the best, most profitable matchup of the tournament. VIP packages, hospitality tickets, that's also very profitable. You're selling to a higher market, a richer market, people that have got more money to spend and want to get the box seats, want to take their whole family, want the luxury. Some fans, even not that long ago, I sold a hospitality package for Drake to a few celebrities. I'm not going to name them, but they reached out to me and I saw their Instagram. They were really big celebs. I actually was a fan of them at some point, and they bought a hospitality tickets off me for Drake. They got the whole box and I sold it to them. So you can actually sell to higher markets, to some celebrities even, when it comes to these hospitality packages, VIP packages, or even some unknown millionaires that are willing to spend a lot of money to be comfortable, to have the whole luxurious experience with the World Cup. You know, even with Argentina and France, the final that happened last time, the boxes were selling for like 15,000, 20,000 per person. You know, it was crazy numbers. And another thing about those hospitality tickets, they're actually quite cheap. They're on the higher end in terms of, in comparing it to other general seats in the stadium, but they're still actually much cheaper than you think. They're like maybe 1,000, and you can sell it for 10,000 plus. You know, that's a crazy markup. That's $9,000 profit. The resale market is so high when it comes to the World Cup that FIFA even hired AI to try and detect ticket flips. They pretend like they care about the ticket flips. They pretend like they really want the fans to get the tickets, but they want ticket resellers, because ticket resellers are buying the tickets in the first place. Ticket resellers are still putting money in FIFA's pocket, so everybody's happy. You know, FIFA's getting their money, ticket resellers are getting their money. If they really wanted to stop ticket reselling, they could completely ban it and make it illegal, or they could just make sure that it's only fans getting the tickets, but they don't put anything really in place to stop ticket resellers like me and you. Yeah, everybody eats with this, everybody profits from this. It just shows how crazy the market is if FIFA are lying about trying to tackle ticket resellers. And another thing with the World Cup is that even sleeper games can be profitable. Japan versus Spain, Croatia versus Morocco. These matches, it sounds like boring matchups, but they've got core fan bases. It's like selling to Taylor Swift Swifties, you know, the core fan base. That's what we're selling to when it comes to the World Cup. And that's for every single country. It's just like, I don't think you understand how much emotion is being inputted into this tournament, guys. So Even sleeper matches you can make money off it. You can be selling to core Japan fans when a Japan match is going on. Don't underestimate teams just based off your own personal interest, personal knowledge, geographical knowledge, geography knowledge. Every game can be really profitable. It doesn't matter who it is, but obviously buy smartly because we want to make as much money as possible. And how we're going to do that is by going for the best games. But you can still make money off games that are sleepers, just as long as you're buying the right sections, have the right information, etc. Chapter 3, how I know what to buy. So obviously, I've already bought some World Cup tickets and I plan to sell them very soon. I could sell them right now if I wanted to. Resale prices are already quite good, but I'm going to hold them and sell them later on because I know the prices are going to increase when the teams get announced and the fixtures get announced, group stages, etc. So the prices are going to definitely increase and there's going to be more releases later on. And how I knew about this in the first place, how I knew what to buy, how I knew what teams to sign up for, how I knew the whole sign up strategy, how I didn't miss out, is my Discord. So my Discord, I notify my members about the events that are happening, all the big ones, all the events that I'm buying for. Not just World Cup, we buy concerts, we buy comedy shows, UFC, etc. But the World Cup, really big one, of course, I had to give it to my members. I had to give it to my students. And yeah, I told them exactly what to sign up for, exactly what to go for. So if you want to actually know about these events and you never want to miss out about these kind of things, then you're going to need to join a Discord. It doesn't have to be my Discord, but I always recommend joining a ticket reselling group chat or a ticket reselling group that's going to notify you about worldwide events happening consistently all across the world. Asia, Africa, US, EU, UK, as long as there's an audience you can make money off. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be notified about that. So join a trustworthy group chat, join a trustworthy server group that's going to notify you about these events. Doesn't have to be mine. So I'm going to show you my program, how I notified my members, and this is the same information that I use to buy the tickets as well. So let me just quickly show you this. I've got my laptop in front of me. So this is the first thing, the World Cup. You can see here, so World Cup, the date and time. So this was the first release. This was the first release and it was a sign up. So you had to sign up beforehand. I told my members what they need to sign up for, what to go for, etc. How it all works. I explained it briefly. So you can see here, you will need a FIFA account. You had to make a FIFA account and Visa card for each raffle entry. It was a raffle, so you had to pick, you get picked randomly, but obviously, if you're experienced, if you know what to do, if you've been taught what to do, you know how to increase your chances, you know how to make multiple accounts, how to sign up to the raffle on as many emails as possible just to make sure you win. And I showed how to reduce the risk of the whole thing. And I told them the price range before they bought the tickets. From as cheap as $60 to as expensive as $6,730 for the final. Even though the price range is high, you're still going to make money regardless. Regardless, you're still going to make money. I just put these prices because people are working with different budgets. And I was young once, I didn't have much capital when I was starting off. So I would probably have went for the $60 tickets and bought as many as many as possible that I could afford because I know it's guaranteed money, But now I could go for $6,730 tickets at once. Sounds crazy, but when you work hard, you work your way up and reinvest and build your capital, build your experience, you can do the same, guys. There's nothing special about me. And I showed FIFA's using dynamic pricing. If you're selected, how it's gonna work. Some information. I'm gonna quickly go through this because my recording, I don't know why, it always stops at a certain time. So I'm just gonna show you quickly. So I showed you what teams to sign up for. So for this, you had to sign up for specific teams, and obviously you're gonna pick the best teams. Argentina, Portugal with the star players, France with Mbappe, Portugal, Ronaldo, and Argentina with Messi, and they're also the winners of the last World Cup. Brazil, stars, a lot of history there with Pele, Neymar, etc. Germany, Spain, France, USA. USA is actually hosting the World Cup, so they're going to be in it regardless. And a lot of USA fans are there because they don't need to fly in. You can live in, let's say, Texas, and a match is happening around the corner. Of course, you're going to go. So USA market is going to be huge. Even though they're not that big on football, they call it soccer. Even though they're not that big on it, they're going to be really big on this because of the whole hype, etc. Mexico also hosting the World Cup as well. So Mexico tickets is going to be really good as well. Now I've given some more information, how you can choose semifinals, etc. So that was the first release. Then there was another one, raffle. Here's another one. No, this is a reminder of the members to sign up in case they missed it. I always remind them because you'd be surprised. A lot of people actually miss these signups. I'm giving them money to be made, free money, easy money, and they still miss it. But some people are busy, you know. You can't, you don't know what people's lives are going on, you know. Some people have stuff going on. Then queue up. I gave the link when it was time to queue up for these tickets. Then here is when it gets crazy. FIFA World Cup free tickets. In one of my other videos, I mentioned when there's free tickets, but this was crazy. This was free tickets for the World Cup, but you had to have the Verizon app. Wasn't hard. If you're in the US or if you can pull some strings, you can get this app and you can actually get free tickets. I think it was 2 free tickets. Crazy guys, crazy guys. Every time I get some sort of inside information, any like secret tactic that I know people can make money from, I share it with the members because regardless, I'm gonna make money. You know, I'm still gonna make 20K a month, 30K a month. Last month I made 60K. I'm still gonna make those numbers even if I share my systems, my knowledge with other people. So me sharing this information doesn't interfere with my income whatsoever. So there was free tickets. This happened last time with Post Malone. It's happened with Drake. And the free tickets, if you saw this in my Discord, you could have made money off free tickets, guys. Free, completely free, no strings attached. And another one here, this was yesterday, World Cup raffle for early ticket draw will go live 27th of October 2025 at 3 p.m. my time, local time. Draw ends 31st of October. So that's another raffle, another opportunity to buy the tickets. And there's going to be more raffles. And the more raffles that are coming up, I'm going to definitely give it to my members. So that's one of that's just the signal for the World Cup. That's how my members, that's how I'm going to make money from the World Cup. As I said, guys, join a Discord. When I started ticket reselling, I found as many Discords as possible and I joined all of them. And that's how I designed my own as well, because I saw what all their Discords were having flaws in. Some were only focusing in Asian events, some were focusing in only American events. But I saw that why can't we just combine all of these? They're all different time zones. You can spend the whole day buying tickets to different time zones. Or if you don't have that much time, you can assign 30 minutes to an hour on buying tickets to UK and American events. You know, you don't have to just focus on one geographical area. And that's what I learned from joining a lot of Discords, that most of them were just limiting themselves. They weren't scaling to crazy numbers, 30K a month, 60K a month, 100K months, you know. And limiting yourself is one of the things that's going to do that, you know. Just so join a Discord. That's all. That's the point here. Join a Discord. So the Discord is what told me about what tickets to buy, how the World Cup, when the World Cup was happening. I set my alarms. I got my accounts ready. I got my emails ready. I made sure I was going to win that raffle. And a lot of the members also made sure as well. Arda, he's a 19-year-old. He makes a lot from selling sporting tickets. And I'm sure he's going to make a lot from the World Cup. He's actually one of my students and he's on track to hit 5K profit this month. I'm meeting him next month in London and we're going to make a video. He's going to give all the game that he learned from ticket reselling, how he actually scaled to these crazy numbers with ticket reselling, just off sport tickets. So that's going to be a good video. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe and get ready for that. So as soon as FIFA announced the World Cup and the releases, the Discord was notified. Everybody knew about it in the Discord and we knew exactly what to buy, exactly what to go for, and that's how we're making money off it. We got the pre-sale links before most people even knew about it. When I was talking to another ticket reseller that I know, I saw him in person, and he asked me what events I've been buying, and I told him the World Cup. Then he was so confused, he didn't even know the World Cup announced releases, or they've started releasing tickets. And I told him, like, that's just the benefit of being in a good Discord, you know. Why we target the pre-sale is that by the time the public sale starts, resale prices are already sky high, demand is already sky high, and a lot of people already know by the time it gets to the general sale. And even the general sale, most of the time, is much more expensive. You just saw there the free tickets that were announced. There's not going to be free tickets in the general sale. So these opportunities happen early because not many people know about it. They know, like, most of the core fans and the resellers, the smart resellers know about it, you know. Not many people actually have this information. So it's best to buy on a pre-sale because you're buying quietly, you know. You can list these prices later on. You can hold them, you can buy them cheaper, you can get free tickets, and the margins can get crazy with just focusing on the pre-sale alone. Even if I don't buy tickets on the public general sale, I can still make probably like well into the 30,000 plus from the World Cup alone. Chapter 4, why I knew it was going to be profitable. So of course the World Cup is going to be profitable, and Why I knew this? Well, obvious reasons. It's one of the world's biggest sporting events, and everybody knows it's going to be profitable, but not everyone capitalizes on this. Some people are just can't be bothered, maybe lazy. Some people don't know, or some people just are scared to take the risk. And when it comes to this, it's not even a risk because this is guaranteed money. It's like being told about Bitcoin in 2009 and you knew it was going to hit 100K in 2025. But the only difference is that with Bitcoin, you didn't know it was going to hit 100K. But with this World Cup tickets, you know you're going to make money with this. So why not go for it, you know? So even though it's the World Cup and it's the guaranteed profit, we still don't guess when we're signing up. We still don't guess when we're buying tickets. It's a business, so you have to treat it that way. We analyzed, we used our systems. You saw the analysis that we put into the Discord. And these little things just separate a seasoned 30K a month ticket reseller from a 1K a month ticket reseller. A 1K a month ticket reseller is buying anything he sees. He's seeing the World Cup and he's just buying anything. But a 30K ticket reseller, they can be spending the same money, but the 30K ticket reseller knows what to go for. He knows to sign up to Argentina fan base. He knows to sign up to Germany, France, Portugal. He knows the fixtures to go for, etc. He knows the locations as well. So we analyzed this. We saw the hype and demand. We saw the how many soccer fans. I'm saying soccer because it's American. It's gonna happen in America. But we saw how many football/soccer fans are in specific cities and which stadiums are going to be used. What stadiums have the higher capacities? The higher capacity is going to be harder to sell out, even though it's going to sell out 100%. Some fans may get lucky and they're going to buy tickets because there's more tickets to buy. So we're targeting the lower capacity stadiums, and we know that because of the analysis we do. We can put the stadiums into AI, into ChatGPT. We can search the stadiums and we can see the capacity. So yeah, the World Cup is one of the most viewed things in the world, but we still use analysis. We're not gambling here. We're using systems. We're using tactics and experience. I've got a whole team just assigned to analyzing, and I still do analysis myself. We also analyzed how the last World Cup performed. Even though that was in Qatar, it still performed crazy. You know, the numbers were still insane. Even though people weren't going for their own personal beliefs, some people just didn't like some of the ethical things about Qatar, and they didn't go. So that interfered with the sales and stuff. So even though that happened, it still sold out. The ticket prices were still insane. People were still changing their lives by reselling the tickets. So imagine how it's going to do in USA, where it's a Western country where people don't really have an issue with. People may have issues, but people, millions, billions of people still travel to USA every year, you know? So they've already got huge tourism. Qatar didn't have huge tourism. USA and Mexico and Canada already have that huge tourism industry, and people travel there all the time. People are familiar with the places. People see them on the TV. Qatar is not really common, popular, etc., like the way North America is. So these factors already played a part to know that, okay, this is going to be really profitable. Tourists are going to go, hotels are going to sell out, prices are going to surge, flight prices are going to surge. It's an opportunity, and money's on the table just ready for ticket resellers to grab. Supply scarcity, limited seating. Even though there's double the amount of games, it's still a stadium. There's still a capacity, you know, and there's still only one of each game. You know, it's like if the final's only going to happen once. So 80,000 people in the final, that's only going to happen once. People are going to fight to get a seat in those stadiums. So the fact there's limited games, that's a huge factor, you know. And it's not just something that's happening every year. This is a 4-year, this tournament happens every 4 years, guys. Even most artists that tour, they tour probably like every 2 years, every 1 year, some artists. So the fact that this is happening every 4 years and football is the world's biggest sport, guaranteed money, guys, guaranteed money. That's another form of analysis. The emotional factor. Think about it. How many people do you know care about football? If you're in America, probably not many, but don't be narrow-minded. Don't limit yourself to your own circle, your own interest. Football is a huge sport. I don't really watch football anymore because I'm just busy nowadays. I'm teaching people, I'm ticket reselling, I'm fully busy. But I know how big football can be. I'm from Manchester originally. So Manchester United, Manchester City, huge. Massive teams. If you don't know those teams, they're one of the world's biggest teams in the world of football. And I know how huge football it can be. I know the vibes that are going on during the World Cup, the Euros, the pubs are selling out, the restaurants are selling out. Even though people can't travel to even go to the stadiums, they are still spending money at home to see these matches. They're getting the Sky Sports subscriptions. They're paying so much to even watch these football teams play at home. You know, so there's a lot of emotional factor, a lot of history behind this. Pele, you know, so many historic things that happen in the World Cup. The Maradona hand of God. You know, there's a lot of amazing things that happen in the World Cup that people just are loyal to. It's a loyal fan base. You know, people are willing to spend their last penny to go and see their country play. It's a shame though. Yeah, if only they knew they could make so much money as well. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with going to see these matches, going to see their football team, because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. But you can also make money as well from it. You know, use that money that you're making from selling the tickets to fund your hotel, your flight, your ticket, and keep some money on the side. So you can do both. Chapter 5, historical proof and data. So I've said some figures, I've said some facts, but I'm just gonna say a few others, say some of the others I've mentioned as well, that I used to make sure that I know that this next World Cup is going to be profitable. So the first thing is 3.4 million people paid to go and see the matches in Qatar. They generated over $1 billion from ticket sales. That's $1 billion just off ticket sales. That's not including merchandise, flights, hotels. The ticket industry is $1 billion industry, guys. That ticket sellers like me making 60K sounds like a lot, and I'm still grateful. It's changed my life, but that's not even 1% of the pie. You know, that's not even 0.5% of the pie. It's crazy, guys. There's a whole nother world to ticket reselling. Don't look at me thinking I'm just ticket reselling mastermind. There's people above me. There's people that don't show their face, that are keeping it quiet, that are not trying to expose the hustle, that are not trying to help other people change their lives with this hustle. But it's insane, guys. I've honestly, like, the way this business has changed my life, I can't explain it enough. I can't even if I repeat myself telling my story again and again, it's still not enough, guys. This business completely changed my life. I've the freedom, traveling the world, being able to give my mother money, being able to just be independent as well, from relying on a single parent to fund my food, my costs, transport, etc. For me, being completely independent, having my own car, being able to fly myself out, being able to fly my mom out, it's special, you know. And I just wouldn't be able to do this without ticket reselling. It's $1 billion industry. Just, guys, just get your piece of the pie. The last quarterfinals, the last finals, they hit like a times 10 markup, some times 5, some times 20. If you got hospitality, you're making a lot of money because you invested more. That's another point. The more you invest with tickets, the more you're gonna make. But this is just an exception when I say VIP and hospitality. In the long run, we don't really go for VIPs and hospitalities in concerts and other events, because we don't want to spend much on the tickets, because how much can you expect to sell them for if you're spending so much? We want to spend little on the tickets and sell it for a crazy markup. And even with the last World Cup, the lower tier matches were still making crazy money for resellers. Japan, when they were playing, Japanese fans were willing to spend crazy money on resellers to get a ticket. Even outside the stadium, there was some ticket scalpers. I've seen some clips. I wouldn't risk that. That might be illegal if you're selling tickets directly outside the stadium and stuff. It might be frowned upon. You might not get arrested and stuff, but you might just not be allowed. You know, don't risk that. Resell the tickets digitally and check with your local laws as well. Don't just watch this video and go ahead and do it. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a police officer. I can't give you your local laws. You could be watching from anywhere. I know there's people on this channel watching from all over the world: Nigeria, USA, UK, France, Dubai, and you need to check with your local laws before you start this business. So bear that in mind. Sell these tickets legally. I don't use bots. I don't sell it legally, and I'm still able to make 5 figures every month, you know. So if I can do it, you can do it. Chapter 6, where and how I'll sell these tickets. So I've briefly given away some of the ways I can sell these tickets, but I'm gonna explain how I'm going to sell the World Cup tickets specifically, because that's the whole topic of this video, the World Cup. And there's many ways you can sell these World Cup tickets. StubHub, listed, WhatsApp, social media, Viagogo, and I'm going to give you the best ways and the ways I'm actually going to use. So let me just explain these platforms first. These platforms actually find the customer for you. You don't need to run ads. You don't need to find the customer. You don't need to be on your laptop all day finding the customer. Right now, I spend like 30 minutes to an hour buying the tickets, then I list them on these platforms, then just wait for the email to see that they've sold. It's completely passive, completely convenient, and it's what online business is supposed to be. You know, you don't want to, it's online for a reason. You shouldn't be sat at your laptop doing a 12-hour shift trying to find a customer. That's the best part about ticket reselling. And these platforms do that for you, but there's platforms that are better than others. Not being biased, and I'm not being sponsored here. I'm just giving you facts, you know. And the best platform to resell tickets on digitally and without finding a client yourself is listed. Listed is going to automatically list your tickets on multiple platforms for you, and it can also fulfill your orders for you if you learn how to automate it. I actually teach all my members how to automate listed so they can make money passively. And when you automate listed, they're going to deliver the tickets from you to the customer. And World Cup tickets, I'm sure, are going to be able to sell unlisted because it's happening in North America. And listed is one of the apps you can use to sell these tickets. The only issue is that there's going to be a fee. I think it's going to be around 8% of the total payout that's going to be charged to listed. So you're going to have to pay a fee. So that leads me up to my next point. The best way to actually sell these tickets will be WhatsApp and social media. WhatsApp, I've shown in the past in my 1 hour course, I got a sale on WhatsApp, and WhatsApp has these groups. You have to be invited, and I invite literally all my members into these because you have to be vouched for and stuff to avoid scams. And with these groups, if you can find any, and you can actually find these customers in these groups, and you can sell to these clients, sell to other ticket resellers directly, and you're not gonna pay a much lower price. You can sell the same price at all you're gonna sell at on apps like Listed, but you're gonna pay zero fees. And when you sell, you're gonna get paid instantly. They can pay bank transfer, crypto, etc., PayPal, and you can receive this money directly with zero fees, and you can deliver the ticket straight away. Zero hassle is the best way. And you can build a network from there. You can build a brand. You can be recognized, be vouched for, you know. When you sell to, if you sell 2 tickets to an England fan or USA fan, and you need 5 more, who they're going to come to? They're going to come to you. So in the long run, you're going to make a lot more money selling on these groups. And I always recommend all my members to sell on these groups. It's the best thing ever. It's the best thing ever. Actually, now that I'm talking about my members, if you're actually interested in actually becoming one of my students, joining the campus, seeing these World Cup signals, etc., seeing the free tickets, seeing all the events that I buy tickets for, then you can apply in the description. And if I just want to quickly explain the program is a whole 5K guarantee. If you don't make 5K in 90 days or less with ticket reselling, using my systems, using my one-to-one mentorship, my video lessons, my private mentorship, everything, if you don't make 5K in 90 days or less, you're entitled to a full refund, because that's just how much I believe this hustle works. You can see the World Cup, you can make 5K off the World Cup alone. So it's not that hard to make 5K. You just need to know about the events, the systems, the proxies, how to run multiple accounts, and just reliable, trustworthy information, and learn from someone that has actually been in the struggle, in the gutter, in the mud with ticket reselling, that's faced all the issues. There's not going to be an issue with ticket reselling that you're going to face that I've not faced already. So that just helps me guarantee the whole 5K in 90 days or less. And the goal is more than that, you know, it's not just 90 days and buy, where I'm trying to help you make 5K a month, 10K a month, 20K a month. And yeah, hopefully quit your job, hopefully retire your parents, hopefully have financial freedom with this business, because it's possible, guys. Just lock in and anything's possible, you know. So back to my point, best way to sell these tickets will be WhatsApp and social media. You can broadcast your tickets on Instagram. If you're not popular, I never used to really be popular on Instagram, always been an introvert, so that might not be an option for some of you, which is fine. And you might want to sell in the WhatsApp groups instead, because you don't have to show your face, you don't have to, you know, this is anonymous, you know. So if you do have an audience on Instagram, sell on Instagram. You know, if you stay in Texas, for example, you can target tickets that matches World Cup matches that are happening in Texas, and you can list those tickets on your Instagram story, say that you've got this, etc., and people will DM you. You'll actually be surprised how many people are interested. Social media is a really large place. The people you can reach with social media is crazy. I'm in UK right now. I also stay in Dubai. You're probably watching this from a country that's not in the UK. You know, you've probably never even been to the UK. You've probably never been to Dubai, and you're still watching this video. Don't underestimate the power of social media, guys. Always list your tickets on social media, and you never know who you could sell to. You never know who you could meet as well. One of my closest friends right now is someone I sold tickets to, and that started the whole relationship, you know, the whole friendship. And one of the friends I went to Dubai with last time I was there, I went to watch UFC live, and the guy that I went with is the guy that I sold Oasis tickets to, and I would have never met him. I would have never went to UFC with him if I never sold tickets to him. And how I sold those tickets, I listed them in a WhatsApp group. You know, social media, that's the power of social media. And it's more old-fashioned. I like old-fashioned things a bit more than like StubHub, Viagogo, etc., because you can build a relationship with people. You know who you're selling to. It's it's just more, I like leaving the big organizations out of stuff sometimes, you know, just make it a bit human to human. One of the good things about these WhatsApp groups and selling on social media is that you're going to get a cash instantly. That allows you to have good cash flow. You can reinvest into other events, because we're not just here to make quick cash off the World Cup. The money you make off the World Cup, you can put all that money into more tickets, into smaller events, because the money that we make with ticket reselling, how we make money consistently, is not just off the big events, because how often do you hear about a big event, you know? The money we make consistently off ticket reselling is the smaller events, the events that you don't even know of, the events, the names that you don't even know of. I buy tickets to events I barely even know the name, but I've done analysis, I've got experience, I've got a team, and we put it into the Discord, and we know it's a hit straight away because it's in the Discord, you know? So you don't want to just make quick cash off big events and just call it a day. This can be a long-term business. This can change your life, change your family's life. So take it seriously, treat it like a proper business, guys. Chapter 7, my strategy going forward. Here's the actual playbook I'm running for the World Cup tickets. Number 1, secure early allocations. Pre-sales, sign-ups, knowing about them, having the right information, being notified. Secure early allocations, and that's going to separate you from the other people that are going to be too late. Number 2, analyze match potential. High demand games like semi-finals, quarterfinals, and finals are the best for obvious reasons. That's when most of the eyes are on. That's when people are watching from all across the world. That's when people will spend their last money to go. Number 3, hold the tickets. Even though the demand is good straight away, and you can actually sell these tickets straight away, you might not want to. It depends on your own personal situation, how fast you want the cash. But for me, I can actually afford to like just wait a bit. So I'm going to hold these tickets till closer to the games. You never know what the fixtures are going to happen. If it's like Brazil versus Argentina, then that's a huge fixture. And that's going to turn a ×2 ticket into a ×10. So hold, be patient. That's one of the things ticket reselling actually taught me, being patient in life, not rushing things. You can't rush greatness, guys. You know, you have to have patience, you have to invest, you have to, and it's not just like volatile investments we're talking about. It's about patient investments and smart investments. Number 4, list the tickets or sell when the demand peaks. So as I briefly just mentioned, when the demand peaks, that's the best time to sell. You know, you're going to get the most for your money, and you can actually list these tickets when the demand's has peaked, and that's when you can get the sale much faster. But it doesn't matter. You can list the tickets straight away at your desired price and just wait for them to sell. If you want to sell your tickets fast, then you can sell at the current market price and your tickets are more likely to sell straight away. Chapter 8, the Discord. So in the last video, I got a few messages of people wanting to see the Discord, wanting to join the Discord. So I'm just going to quickly like screen share my laptop on how the Discord actually works, how the money's made, the free section in the Discord that you can actually join as well to see the results. So I'm just going to quickly show this, just quickly touch on it, because you know the goal of this video is just about the World Cup, but I just want to, a lot of people actually messaged me about it. So this is the Discord. I obviously just showed you the World Cup, and these are some of the events. There's events all the times, guys. Like, don't think that events are not happening that much. Events are global. We're working with global events. Even just in America alone, there's events all the time. So now imagine working with EU, UK, Africa, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, you know, events are happening all the time. So that was the World Cup. You can see here, you can just look at the side, NBA London and Foo Fighters. I don't know who that is at all, but I bought the tickets today, and the resale market is already really good. And yeah, that's back to my point. Buy tickets to anybody, guys. Not anybody. Just hold on there. Don't just buy tickets to anybody. Have the right information. Be notified by professionals. Learn as well. So that's why with my members, I don't just send signals and just say buy. I teach them before they can actually buy the signals, so they actually know what they're doing. Because if you're just copying, then you don't know what you're doing. That leaves room for errors and mistakes. You know, I teach them how to actually check the demand for these tickets before buying the tickets and whilst buying the tickets. So let's go to the free section. So in the free section of the Discord, so I'm going to put a link to the Discord in the description. And with this, you can actually see some of the results in the Discord, some of the members that I posted, my 17-year-old student that crossed over 60K, Faraz that crossed over 12K before turning 21, just selling sport tickets. Ada that I'm going to meet next month in London that crossed, I think he's made like 20K pounds with just sport tickets, and he joined like 3 months ago. So yeah, people are really smashing it, and I never thought it'll be this good. I never thought I could teach people this good. I never thought I'll be able to get these such amazing results. I knew I could get it, and some other people that I taught, I knew they could get it, but I never thought I could change lives globally. You know, my American student, he's in the 17-year-old, he's in, I believe, is Boston, and I've never met him, and he's still able to make money with my help, still able to learn from me, still able to scale, etc. So let me show you the sales section in the Discord. So the sales section is the Discord. I mean, in the Discord is where people post their success. This is my favorite part because it's all with my help, you know, like not to praise myself or anything, but it's just an amazing feeling when you can see people make money online with your help. It's just is a feeling that's unmatched. So this was my payout yesterday. $1,837 from my listed account from some tickets I sold. You can see Blix here. He's made nearly £600 in a day selling D block tickets. You can see a man here. He made like, I think he's overall from Tate McRae, he sold around $1,200 worth of tickets. Avery here, he joined. Let me see if you can see when he joined. Okay, member since, okay, he joined the Discord 14th of October. You can see the date there. And he got his first sale 17th of October. With this, he made $103 profit. Might not sound like much, but that's a lot of money if you're making it passively. If you're making it from your laptop, you don't have to go to work. You know, it's the beginning of something great. And he was able to make $103 profit in how many days? Within 3 days, guys. Within 3 days. That's one. Michael here. This is my most successful member. And I probably have another most successful member, but so this is my most successful member. This is Michael. This is the one I did the video with. He posts his sales all the time. He doesn't post all of them. I always have to remind him, post your sales, bro. Motivate the other people. And the results are crazy, guys. The results are crazy. The free Post Malone tickets, you can see here, all sales from Post Malone, free to $296. Kyle smashed it with this. He got some free tickets. Lots of members profit from that. I put the inside information straight into it. Michael absolutely killed it with Post Malone free tickets. You can see here, hello Michael, thank you for, oh, it's not really showing his tickets, but you can, those are sale confirmations from via Google on the tickets he sold. He did over 800 profit from Post Malone and he still had more to sell. These tickets were free, guys. Imagine making $800 from not spending anything, you know. Some more payouts. Jay Signals, one of my first members. I'm really proud of him. One of my first members, and he now teaches other people in the group. So he's making crazy money, guys. I think he's making like, I think $10,000 plus per month minimum. There's some others. People get, if we're here, we will just go all day, you know. People are making a lot of money with this. And in the premium section of the Discord, where the money's actually made, there's proxy providers, SMS services, how to run multiple accounts, resources, the apps you're going to need, etc. Just everything has been designed. I've studied every Discord out there, and that's just helped me design my own. And I've designed this, and that's how I'm able to get these crazy results. That's how I'm able to guarantee 5K within 90 days. 5K is a lot of money, and that's a big responsibility for me to guarantee, you know? And this is the only way I'm able to guarantee, by just knowing exactly what you need when to resell it. Chapter 9, recap. Let's recap the key steps to make money with the World Cup and any concert, guys. So first thing is be early. That's number one. You need to be early. You need to be on time for everything. You'll be surprised how being late can mess your whole life up if you're not careful, guys. You can be late to an interview. You can be late to anything and you just missed the opportunity. It's the same with tickets, guys. You need to be on time. Number two, analyze the demand. Even though the World Cup is the world's biggest event, you saw that I still do analysis. I've been doing this nearly 6 years and I still analyze every event I buy for. So there's no excuse for you. Analyze everything. I've got so many videos on how to analyze. I teach my members how to analyze as well to make sure you're always buying profitable tickets consistently. So make sure you analyze. Choose your selling strategy. Plan for convenience, plan for good cash flow. If WhatsApp seems like the best option for you, go for it. If listed seems like the best option for you, go for it, you know. Explore your options. There's so many apps to choose from that are trusted. StubHub, Viagogo, Vivid Seats, listed. Choose one and just go for it, you know, like test the waters. When I started taking reselling, I sold on different platforms just to see which one worked best for me. And I settled on listed. Number 4, time your sales right. timing is really important. If you need the money as soon as possible, sell it fast. If you're okay with waiting a bit so you can get more for your money, more return on your investment, then you can wait. Time your sale right. You don't want to sell too late. You don't want to sell too early. You just want to sell when it's right for you. Everybody has their different time. The World Cup happens once every few years, once every 4 years to be exact. And when it does happen, ticket resellers make a lot of money. So I'm just opening your eyes on how much you can actually make with this, guys. The numbers are insane. So just lock in and you can actually make a lot of money from the World Cup in 2026, and you can start making money from it right now. This can easily be a 5-figure flip for some people, you know, and 5 figures to a lot of people is life-changing money. If 5 figures is still a lot of money to me, I'll happily take 5 figures right now, you know. And any opportunity there is to make 5 figures with ticket reselling, I'm there. I go for it. So you should too, you know. If you're making an extra $10,000 a month, how much can that impact your life? How can that impact your children's life, your family's life? You know, how can it impact your life? It's not easy, but it's one of the easiest hustles out there. And it's what online business is supposed to be, making money online, not doing much work. So guys, that's all for the video. My name's Emmanuel and I'm a full-time ticket reseller, now helping others do the same as well, whilst also still ticket reselling every single day. And I'm just passing on the knowledge, showing you how much money you can make from the World Cup in 2026 starting today. So take action, guys. The difference between taking action and not taking action with this specifically is $10,000 plus, guys. So if you watch this video and don't take action, you're just take it, look at it the same way as you losing $10,000. You should feel that same pain. You know, if you don't take action with this video, you're losing $10,000, guys. If you take action, you're making $10,000 with the World Cup tickets. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If I helped you in any way, feel free to like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram. If you actually want to join the mentorship, even though this video is not about that, you can actually apply to that in the description. And if you qualify, message me, meet, MEET on Instagram, and we can get a call booked and we can talk further about it directly, me and you. So that's all for the video. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. And that's how you're going to make money from the World Cup. Like and subscribe, watch my other videos. I've got 2 1-hour courses each on the channel. One's about how to scale with ticket reselling, and one's about how to actually start ticket reselling. I advise everybody to watch those videos. If you haven't watched those videos, nobody gives you that much game on ticket reselling. Search ticket reselling. How many people are actually talking about this hustle? How many people are giving away? How many people are helping you scale? How many people are guaranteeing you this? It's very few. Not many people want to share this. And when I talk to ticket resellers, they're like, why do you share this? Why do you reveal what we're doing? Why do you know, like it's some secret code? But it's not like that, guys. You know, it's easy money to be made, and you making money with this doesn't interfere with my money at all. So I can share all the knowledge out there, and I know I'm doing something good for people, you know, because I was 16, I was lost, started trying different hustles, guys. So if a 16-year-old Emmanuel can do it, that didn't come from much, I didn't start with much, you can do it too. So take care, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.